Why do we keep holding on to the past? How can we let go of past hurts and all the things that are no longer relevant to our consciousness evolution journey? These are common questions that many of us ask ourselves each time we experience heartache and feel stuck in our lives. There are many forms of attachment to the past, and not all of them relate to hurt and pain. We can cling to specific relationships that didn't work out, negative experiences at work or with friends, but we can also get stuck in situations that we know that no longer serve us, such as a specific job. We can also get stuck between the past and the future, when we are afraid of what the future might bring. This is very common. For instance, when you have an idea for developing your own business, but you are so familiar with the idea of being someone who works for someone else that you can get stuck and unable to take a leap of faith and be vulnerable enough to embrace what's ahead. Therefore, it's essential to be able to recognize when we are caught in a pattern and it's time to move forward. The fact is that, even though we get to the point where we acknowledge the importance of moving on, this is often easier said than done. Humans are naturally resistant to change as our mind tends to cling to what's familiar, as it considers it safer. At the end, it's part of our mind's job to keep us safe, it's a survival instinct. However, if holding on to the past is a conscious decision, moving on from it can be a conscious decision too. So how do you do that? How do you train your mind to make this type of decisions more easily? Here are a few hints on how you can let go of your past and live happy, light and free. Number 1. Claim your power. Blaming others for specific situations in our lives is very common. It's a natural response to cling to the feeling of injustice when we think that somebody did something wrong to us. We want them to apologize and acknowledge that what they did was wrong. Unfortunately, this doesn't happen sometimes, and we can cling to the resentment for years. The thing is that, by allowing someone else to play a lead role in the way you feel every day, you are giving all your power away. You become powerless. Start by realizing how powerless you have become when it comes to decide how you feel. Then, think of how great you would feel if you transmuted the negative emotion that comes from a powerless state to a whole new type of positive emotions that come from an empowered state. In an empowered state, you are the one who consciously decides on how you feel towards a situation, not your autopilot mode. Acknowledge that all your feelings of injustice are legitimate. Purge whatever is necessary. And then, decide consciously to release those feelings, focus on your present moment, and then move on. Don't allow anyone's actions to take away your power to decide how happy you can be. Number 2. Release the victim mentality. I've talked about this topic several times before because I think it's really key for every one of us in this consciousness evolution journey. This world is a school of hard knocks, and we are here for our spiritual training in order to excel to the higher levels of awareness and claim our personal power. Spiritual progress is not possible without adversities and challenges. What we see as unfavorable situations usually come into our life to teach us lessons such as forgiveness and unconditional love. These lessons cannot be learned without the help of our life's challenges. We are not victims. Things happen for us, not to us. Even the most challenging experiences in our lives were agreed in our soul's contract before we came to this planet. The road to our spiritual destination is steep and narrow. We should not walk this path with unnecessary heavy baggage upon our shoulders. At the end, if we decide to carry something that we don't need, the content of this baggage will go bleak and obsolete with time, but will still continue to weigh a ton upon our soul. The best way to accept new joy and happiness into our life is to make space for it. Number 3. Take the lessons. One of the best ways to heal from past hurts is to look at them as lessons and use them to focus on growth and forward momentum. Accept your life challenges with peace and grace. Situations of trials and tribulations are the lessons of learning that are essential for your spiritual evolution. Therefore, people and situations are simply the agents of life, bringing the necessary lessons at your soul's best interest. Your lessons will persist until you learn them. Therefore, don't try to resist the flow. The force of the current will bruise you, the more you try to go against the mighty tide. Number 4. Learn how to forgive. One of the biggest lessons we came here to learn is forgiveness. The act of forgiveness cuts all unhealthy bonds with the ones who hurt us. The energy of forgiveness works as an etheric balm. It heals wounds and soothes the mind. At the same time, it helps the ones who hurt us to heal as well. The more you heal yourself, the more you will help others to heal. Try to look at it this way. In forgiveness, you have a lot to gain, while unforgiveness is nothing but an act of self-punishment. Number 5. Be aware of your thoughts. Try to live every moment of your life with heightened awareness. This means to be conscious of every thought that enters your mind at any given time. Each time you catch yourself reminiscing on some past memory or trauma, acknowledge the thought immediately, accept it, don't blame yourself every time it happens, and then release it to the universe. Imagine the thoughts are clouds, and you can blow them away to the sky. They will then change from a dark gray to a pure white, cotton-like color. This doesn't mean that the thoughts will be destroyed, as energy can't be destroyed. Instead, they will be transmuted. Remember that your conscious awareness acts as a safeguard for your precious inner peace and harmony. With consistent practice, the negative thoughts will ultimately become less frequent and leave you free to bask in the light of joy and peace. Number 6. Meditate. This is another regular in my videos and articles. Meditation connects you to your source and will then raise your vibrational frequency and empower your entire being. When you resonate at a higher frequency, all that is dense and dark is automatically flung out of your being. You thus experience deep inner peace and spiritual well-being. Try to meditate daily with high focus and intention to let go of your past. Number 7. Choose the right energy. As I am always saying, everything is made of energy, our thoughts, our feelings, our food, etc. Everything vibrates at a specific energetic frequency. Our negative thoughts vibrate at a lower vibration than our positive ones. So what's the problem with that? Well, the problem is that what you send to the universe is what you receive back. This has been proved by quantum physics. If you are constantly vibrating at low energetic levels and sending out negative energies, then you will attract similar vibrations into your life. This can get the form of toxic people, unhealthy relationships, bad jobs, etc. That means that whatever we give our attention to, positive or negative, it will expand. If you focus on happiness and abundance, you'll experience more of that. If you focus on past pain, past regrets, and guilt, you'll experience more of that too. So, try to be aware of your vibration. Dare to laugh when you want to cry. Dare to love when provoked to anger and hatred. Dare to use your free will to overcome the negativity within you and move on. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Take care and see you in the next video.